Hi guys, welcome back to the Ultradimensional podcast. We are in episode 8 and Ciara is back.
Hello, hello.
Okay, first question. If you meet your twin flame in this lifetime, are you supposed to be with each other?
I think for some time, yes. But then again, I don't know. Because I don't know if it was like my real true twin flame. So.
I don't know. I mean, just because you meet them in this lifetime does not necessarily mean that you have to be with them.
Yeah.
That just, I mean, it could mean so many things that I'm not even going to get into, but that's just my answer, that it can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
What caused or initiated the Big Bang if there was nothing before it?
The question, who am I?
Oh,
basically.
Good answer. I would think they call them creator beings.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got that term from Dolores Cannon, maybe? I don't know. But I think one of those created this universe. Supposedly it's Christ consciousness that created this
Word
universe.
on the street.
Okay. Where does the soul go where does the soul go between reincarnations? I have two answers.
The one that I read about in Many Lives, Many Masters is basically you just rest in front of this light and it's like pitch black, right? And
Okay.
you can tell, I mean, energetically you can tell like who's there with you. I don't know if you see anything besides the light, but that's what I think.
I know there's, the ones I know of are, you meet with a council right after. There's so many sessions where Dolores Cannon has had clients that go to a space right after a body dies. They go to like the council and meet with their council and reviewing that previous life and then like what they learned and then what they need to learn, and they get the option to go back to source if they feel the need to, if it was a very traumatic death. But typically they'll just like immediately go to the next life already. And then the next thing, there's something called like a tapestry room. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Where the souls go between death and life?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Dolores Cannon talked about it. It's like fabric. Like, it looks like fabric. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, tapestry room and then the council. Those are two different ones. That's all I know of where we go between incarnations.
Yeah.
Or source, I guess. You can go back to source. Okay. This is another Quora question. So my sister is seeing very bright flashing lights passing beside her eye for a while, and this happens once or twice a week. Is there something spiritual in this case? So like a flash of light beside her eye. Spiritual, right?
Yeah, for sure. Or aliens. I mean, either one.
Oh yeah, true. That just reminded me, like, that could be I guess that could be a spacecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, good. I see a lot of like white, I see like really, really tiny specks of light. I never get a bad feeling about the white specks of light that I see everywhere I go. It's not just in my space. I think it follows me. It could be
Your angel?
It could be my angels, or oh my god. It could be my angels, or I guess spirit guides.
Yeah. I think it's your spirit guide.
Okay.
I think you have a really powerful spirit guide.
Just one?
I think you have at least one really strong spiritual.
Maybe it's my higher self. I don't know. Maybe.
It could be.
Wait, what makes you say they're powerful?
I don't know, just by looking at you.
I didn't know that. Okay, interesting. I'll think about that. Last night, okay, this is not something I said, but someone on Quora. Last night, I saw a sudden flash of light on my bedroom wall while it was completely dark outside and in my room. I believe in the paranormal. What could this mean? We just basically answered that, right? It could obviously have been like a spacecraft, especially if there's missing time. Then yeah, it's definitely ET related. If there's missing time, I don't think it's ever like
anything
spirit
else?
related, right? Because they don't have the power to do that. So if there's missing time, it's ET related. It is said that both twin flames receive signs from the universe. What kind of signs do the unawakened twin flames get from the universe if they are unawakened?
A rude awakening.
For real. In layman's terms.
I don't think you can meet your twin flame if you're not unawakened.
If you are unawakened? Oh.
Because they say that. Because they say that in order to meet your twin flame, you need to be awake. I think. Because basically it's just your mirror.
Yeah.
Right?
That would make sense, yeah. I don't know what kind of signs the unawakened one would receive. How do you know when it's over between you and your twin flame? You just know.
Trust me, you will know. Honestly, I don't think it's ever like done.
Oh, I see. Like it traverses time. I mean, lives.
Yeah, I think it transverses lives. Because like, even though the person, like, I don't know, how can you love someone and then not love them anymore unless they like really did you wrong?
Like really bad, yeah.
Yeah.
If you could time travel but never return to your current time, where and what time would you go? I'm like, in order for me to answer this question, I would have to know the entire history of time.
Yeah.
Because what if there's times better ahead?
Yeah, true.
Of what we term as ahead.
I would either go to like the Renaissance or like back to Atlantis.
Back to Atlantis before it sunk.
Yeah. Or like Lemuria.
Is there a way to rescue souls that have had their silver cord severed while astral projecting? And has anyone tried and been successful?
Now that you mention it.
Oh, when you go behind it, it doesn't get anything.
Now that you mention it. You only have a silver cord when you have a physical body. So, what was the question again?
Is there a way to rescue the souls that have their silver cord severed?
No, because wouldn't that mean that you're dead? Because your body has 3 bodies, and it's your spirit, your mind, and then your heart, basically. And your emotional body is, I think, your ethereal body. Right? I think so.
I mean, I think the question is like, I don't know, it reminds me of something Elizabeth April mentioned recently, where she said that several years ago, she was trying to see what the multiverse looks like, and she describes it as like a donut shaped with tons of like specks in it, and every speck inside that donut shape is a universe. And she said she wasn't outside of it, but they gave her a projection of it. I think the Galactic Federation did, because it's so massive. Like they couldn't even, I don't know. Oh, the reason why they weren't able to let her actually see the full thing in the astral realm is because, then it ties to this, because she said that she has learned, not through experience, but they told her that if you astral travel too far out into the universe, like to the ends of the universe, that your astral cord could potentially be severed if you stray too far from our own universe. Astrally.
That makes sense. I thought you were just talking about like every day in your regular life.
No, I mean, that made me think of this.
Right.
But that question, I think, is the daily life type of thing. Or I don't know what's going on with this astral cord is severed. But
she needs some milk. But yeah, I think in extreme circumstances, your cord could get severed. But I don't think on a regular basis.
And I don't know how you would rescue someone if that happened.
Yeah, like
I don't think you could.
Go? Just gonna be like the Wizard of Oz.
Okay. Scientists say there is mounting evidence that we are living in a simulation. Are they correct?
Yeah. Yes and no. You gotta be smart enough to understand that we're in a simulation. And if you're not, we're not.
I think I saw yesterday like a TikTok clip where this guy was like, I think he's like a professional too in whatever field he was studying. But he was like, yeah, I believe we're like in a video game type of thing, but not a simulation. And I'm like,
it's basically like with your higher self.
Yeah.
Like your higher self just, you can't hear it a lot because like your ego, but basically I would say it's more like a video game than a simulation. Well, actually, I think a simulation is like basically the same.
That's what I'm saying.
From like a one-player perspective, it's just your higher self.
Yeah.
But from like a third-person perspective, it's a simulation. Yeah, I think we are.
I think so too. At first, like several years ago, I thought it was a joke. But I think I'm like now more open to it, and so I definitely believe that. Especially with like all the stuff I've read about from these like past life regressions and all the holographic like projections and holograms, and it's just like a lot of people wouldn't call that evidence, but I do. So I think it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where is the soul born?
In the ether, basically.
I mean, I guess it's just born in source and it just splits, right? I mean, that's like the atheist explanation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is consciousness?
Man, I don't know what consciousness is. It's just something that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know how to explain it either. I think consciousness is just awareness.
Yeah,
I think that's just like the easiest way to explain it.
I agree.
Okay. Do galaxies leave the observable universe as space expands?
Say that one more time.
Do galaxies leave the observable universe as space expands? That's like the universe expands.
Yeah.
I would say yeah too. Because we recently learned that space, like everything is moving towards something, and I think it's all moving towards source, right?
I think so too, but don't galaxies, they have like an essence of their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I found it interesting that who was it? Oh yeah, Elizabeth April said the farthest that our solar system has been from source was during the Dark Ages, which I find interesting because I would think it was like the beginning of time, if that makes sense. I mean, the beginning of our universe, not.
Maybe that's where we dropped in consciousness. or when.
Yeah, but do you see what I'm saying? Like, how if we're all spiraling towards like source, and the Dark Ages wasn't like the first thing in our timeline, how was that the furthest from source? Like, how does that make sense? Like, did we just like go like all the way back? Like, how
maybe the Dark Ages are really that.
Like, I don't get it. So I don't know. I don't know how to like validate that. Her saying that. Do you see what I'm saying? If we are constantly moving towards source, that's what I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying like how to figure it out. Tell me also. Sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, that's it for episode 8. What the fuck?